Please enjoy part 7 of the question and answer section of the following profound lecture titled The Reunion of Souls, spoken by Supreme Master Ching Hai in Auckland, New Zealand on April 27, 2000.
Do the real spiritual experiences in meditation differ from my own fantasies and visions created by my imagination?
It could be that you think that you are imagining, but imagining is a daydream. It's different. If you just daydream about something, or you dream a night dream about something, and that is different. But the spiritual experience is real. Just like we are real right now. For example, during the spiritual experience, suppose I sit here, and then I can ascend to heaven. I can see Jesus. I can see the past saints or some present saints. I can converse with them and go to the different high level of hierarchy of heavens and universe in order to do things, to learn things. Just like I take an airplane and go to your country, as real as that. And then our being will be better every day. And we can use this spiritual knowledge to better our life and the life of our loved ones, as well as assisting in blessing and elevating the consciousness of the whole planet. And that is spiritual experience, because we become different. We know ourselves as divine being. We know the whole self, or maybe at least partial of the higher self, and we become powerful. We become happy. Yeah.
After taking the initiation into the Kuan Yin method, if the person can't continue with the 2.5 hours meditation daily, what will happen?
What will happen if you don't work 8 hours and you work only 2 hours? You have less money. You can find a part-time job or full-time job. You know, part-time job, you get less money. If you can make it, it's good for you. You try your best to do as much as you can. The more you do it, the better for you. We are just helping you, telling you which is good. Because the more you do it, the more you feel better. And the more you feel better, the more you're encouraged to do more. And you stay stable on the spiritual path.
If a person decides to follow the Kuan Yin method and the family and others can't accept the person anymore, how does the person overcome this problem?
It's not possible like that. You just become better. Your family accept you better. More loving. Most of our people, after initiation, the families become better. Because they themselves become also better. Maybe some of them in the beginning, because a family member loved them and worried that they might follow some bad people or do some bad things. But later, as you improve yourself, as you show yourself as such a loving, tolerant and compassionate person, your family members will welcome you more. Okay, make it fast because we need the initiation, huh?
What is God?
Yeah. Look at your neighbor. That's God. Part of God. Yes. God is the divine being, the creator that makes everything possible. That makes us, make the flowers, make the fruit, and make heaven, make earth. That's our Father. And that's ourselves. We are part of it. Part and the whole of it. Just like the ocean, a little part, the drop of the ocean, and the whole ocean. Even though a drop of the ocean is just a drop, but without that drop, the ocean is not the ocean. So we are a drop, but the whole. Yeah?
What is the essence of life?
Essence of life? Life. Well, there's so many abstract things. The essence of life is God. This is what I'm here to show you.
Can you tell what was your before life and your afterlife if you're an enlightened person?
Or me?
I think in general.
I mean themselves? Oh, sure, you can. Sure. Many of our fellow practitioners, they can see their past and their future also during meditation. Oh, that's just a small stuff. It's no big deal. Big deal is to know God, to go to heaven, to be wiser person, to be more loving. Yes.
This question is with regard to memory. If the answers are in remembering, is God a memory lost? If so, why is that?
Why? Because we have forgotten to remember.
Pretty straightforward.
Okay.
If we're God, who is this person that is so-called God, that it is coming down to earth that everybody talks about?
There is no person as God. Everything is God. We are the part of the whole, and yet the part that makes the whole. So God is the creator, you see, can make himself into different many things. You see, if the flowers smell nice, you have got to smell it. See, you can't keep asking me a question like what the rose smell like when you don't smell it. I just show you how to smell the rose before you try it at home, okay? Right? Then you know God. Or if you want to know more and deeper, you can stay for initiation. God is for you yourself to experience, not for me to describe, because it is impossible. It is impossible to describe the love, between two persons. You love your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. You can't describe what it is, but it is there. Yeah? So even love is so difficult. Just a physical love between human beings, so difficult to describe. How can we describe God? Because human language is not up to God's standard. But you can experience, feel the love, feel yourself. Feel the wisdom, feel the security. Feel yourself at home, anywhere you go, if you know God. That's all I can tell you.
When we focus on the center between eyebrows, do the eyes also focus on the center?
No. Forget the whole body. Just your thinking is concentrating here only. Don't pay attention to the eyes or anything in the body.
The reason they ask is that they say that their eyes follows the center when they are concentrating.
No, they don't follow. Did you ever see somebody who died? Okay, his eyes go up, yeah? So you see only the white part of the eyes. That's when he died, okay? We can die like that during spiritual practice. That's why the saints say, I die daily. Forsake the flesh so that you can begin to know the spirit. Learn to die so that you can begin to live. When we are in samadhi, our eyes also turn upwards, but we don't even know it. We're gone. Gone to a higher dimension, enjoying. But the physical body is just dead. And that's why it reacted like a dead person. So when you come back, you pick up the car again and drive around. This car.
Master, why is it important to meditate in the morning?
You can meditate anytime. It's just in the morning, most of the people, have a night rest. And in the morning, it is still quiet. No traffic, no noise, no children, no telephone ringing. But doesn't mean you have to do it in the morning. I do it anytime. Anytime, on the bus, in the car. Our people, they do it anywhere. Except when driving, please.
Along the lines of driving, travelling to Auckland for initiation, my car engine blew up.
Oh.
Without warning. Is this due to Maya?
Wow, the car blew up because the engine is bad.
That's what I thought.
is due to the engine, okay? By the way, congratulations that you're still here to ask the question.
Many of us feel intense loneliness and feelings of the illusions of life. We are so tired of this, nothing makes any sense when we feel this way. There seems to be no point in anything except a desire to go home.
Yes, that's right. We do feel that sometimes. Most of us feel that. It's just that because life keeps us so busy, we just have to drive on. And this very important question about our true home and about our great spiritual self-being is sometimes swept under the carpet, but it's always there. Every one of us wants to go home.
I sometimes sense the guidance and presence of the Ascended Masters. Can they really help humanity from afar?
Oh, sure. We are all one. So if you are enlightened, they are affected. Yeah? Can you imagine before, a long time ago, after the Golden Age, our planet was all destroyed and not too many people survived. Can you imagine the state of human beings at that time? Everyone was kind of groveling in darkness, and they all affect each other. We all affect each other, and that's why we were the way we were. And now we have been practicing year after year. Now our planet's become better. You don't feel it? You don't feel we have progress? You do? Or not? Yes? Yes. Not saying that you come and practice a Kuan Yin method or have experienced heaven. Even you haven't not. You can feel that our planet now has different energy. Different. It's more happy. It's more open and very léger in French. Léger. Very relaxed, huh? Yes. And human beings are very different from before a kind of few decades ago. And our technology, science, everything is just blooming so fast. It's very amazing what we have discovered lately. Can you imagine the email and all that, internet, and wow, this is incredible. So many other things that you don't know, they have already developed.
Should we love our enemies?
Well, what else to do with him? Yeah? Practical question. If you kill him, his wife might kill you, or his daughter and son will continue forever. So we better love our enemies. It's the best way to kill him. Yeah. If you love your enemy, he becomes your friend, then the enemy is gone for good. Yeah? And you have more friends of his family, his wife, his kids, and his relatives, his friends as well. Make one friend, you have many friends. Make one enemy, make many enemies. So we lose business if we hate the enemy.
What happens if I break precepts after my initiation?
Whew. Just like asking me what happened if I have an extra affair after I married my wife. How shall I answer you? Make up your mind, okay? Nobody is here to force you. It's only you, yourself, and you. And God. You make a covenant with God. You say, okay, I make you my priority. I will do anything to know you. I don't need all these stupid, things in order to survive. I can live without them. I can live without killing my neighbors. I can live without telling lies. I can live without drugs and alcohol. I'm strong. I don't need this substitute of intoxication. I can have divine intoxication. I can live without having to, to have sex with every man or girl that walks by. Yeah, make up your mind. Present yourself as a being you want to present. If you are the one who likes to present yourself to everyone else, oh yes, I am the one who tell lies. Yeah, I'm the one who always drunk and take drugs and all that. I'm the one who convert neighbor's wife. I'm the one who kill, who murder people. If that is the way we want to present ourselves, then go ahead. It's your choice. But if you want to present yourself as an enlightened being, as a wise person, as a happy being, as a helpful, compassionate, loving, truthful person, then there's that choice. You see, there are two choices. It's all your choice. It's not my precept. It's a way of life. It's a choice you make to present yourself to the world, to God, and to your own self. When you look in the mirror, what kind of person you want to see. Okay? No precepts. Don't need precepts. You know what you want to be. Right?
If everyone is Buddha, why does everyone feel miserable, not happy?
Yeah, because they are miserable Buddhas. They only know that miserable part, they don't know the other happy part, that's why. Yeah. Okay. That's why I ask you to be enlightened, then you become happy Buddha.
Although I understand the reasons for some people to be vegans or vegetarians and the health benefits, etc., I believe that meditation and enlightenment is for all regardless of diet, customs, and can take whatever form necessary for each individual. What is your answer to this?
Cool. Cool. We all go eating pork and cow and become like, zoo Buddha or something. We house all these animals in here and make a zoo out of us. You could make a zoo out of yourself. Animals' energy is not very suitable for a spiritual being if he wants to go higher. The higher you go, the less luggage you must carry. And animal energy is very heavy because they love life and they also fear death. Of course, animals are also spiritual beings. They understand. If you are truly, really in a very desperate place and you need food and you talk to them, they will lay down their lives for you. Every one of them. It's just that most of us, we kill without mercy. We kill without reason. And we eat just for the sake of getting fat, I guess. Not even getting healthy, excuse me. Yeah. And then spend a lot of money, go to club and diet and, jumping up and down. Spend a lot of money and time to get all this poison out of the system later, and then go to hospital, get needles, get knives, and get electroshock and all that, just because we eat too much what we should not do. Besides, all lives are one. So if we kill someone, it's like we cut our finger. It's just that we are blind right now. We don't see, we don't feel. Just like a finger is numb, we don't feel the nerves. But we do hurt ourselves whenever we hurt anyone. Even plants and all that. It is the minimum that we could do to survive. And that's why we eat vegetables. But vegetables, they have less fear, you see. They have 90% water. And if you cut one stem, they spring 3, 4, 5 more. So sometimes you even need to cut the head in order for the plant to grow bigger. So this is more logical, that we could rely on them to survive so that we can develop ourselves spiritually, but not without permission from all these plants. If we cut a plant or tree, we talk to them first. That's what we do. Say, I'm sorry, we need you with your permission, and we are grateful. And that's how we should eat even vegetables. We should be grateful for everything that we take physically from this life, because we're not making any of them. We just take them. But we must meditate in order to bless it, to bless the planet, so that it will grow back in abundance again.